Hey guys, it's Coach. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be starting our Detroit Lions dynasty. I guess we're going to keep the trend of taking Detroit teams and trying to turn them around again. As you can see, I simulated the first season. They ended up being 3-14, and this is without Jared Goff. I did ship him before the season. As you can see, we have 61 million available cap. I wanted to dump that. It was a $30 million cap hit. I ended up moving him to the Jets for a first round pick. I think it's in the 20s or something. It wasn't their best first round pick. I gave up Goff, a fifth for next year and a sixth for this year to dump that salary and to move up in draft and get another first pick. So I haven't seen any of this. I haven't looked at any free agency. I wanted to speak organically and I wanted you guys to see it with me. So let's jump in to free agency. Like I said, we got 61 million. So I'm not going to sign a quarterback. Sorry, I was looking at these names. I'm not going to sign a quarterback. I'm going to try to get a rookie. So we'll keep going with Swift. We don't have a fullback. We'll just throw some money at him. I'm a real big fullback guy. I love fullbacks. So we don't even offer him. So I'm not going to go crazy with offering a big time receiver right now. I'm more of wanting to build through the draft. As you can see, St. Brown is 22, Cephas is 24. So I think if we do something like this and we build through the draft and stuff like that, I think it's more fun that way. And it's going to be on Hall of Fame. Beckham was 57 million, so I just don't think it's really worth it. Same thing here. Gronk, he's going to retire because Brady just retired today. So sad to hear the GOAT finally retiring. I mean, I could go after a guy like Tunyon as a backup, but he wants 25 million to be a backup. We can draft a guy. I mean, unless we go after. I mean, it'd be Kyle Rudolph as a backup would be pretty cool, but he can't block very well. Max Williams wouldn't be bad, but let's move to. I mean, our line's pretty good. I did see a guy I wanted to get. We need a right guard. So we either go after Austin Corbett here. He's a 78. He's 26 years old. Or we go over here and we get a year younger. He doesn't have a star perk, though. So let's try to get him. He's got a couple bids right now. It'd be nice to shore this up so we don't have to worry about it in the draft. Because I'd like to focus on defense in the draft. If I can, after quarterback, obviously, and maybe a couple weapons for him to throw to. I'm not sure if I said it yet, but I will only be playing offense. I think it's going to be more entertaining that way on Hall Madden trying to play offense. And it's kind of ironic because I'm a defensive coordinator for a high school in real life. So it's going to be fun to see how it works out. We'll stick with our left end. We might end up getting a guy depending on what pick we get. We'll stay with McNeil. He's 22. Brockers is getting older. I mean, we could grab one of these guys, one of these younger guys to take over for Brockers. He's got 24 million. We got to move that eventually. But there's a guy that I saw that I really, really want. Obviously, he'd be really fun. But I wanted to get Leighton Vander Esch, 26 years old, star. And for 4 years, 36 million, he can hold down the middle for us. We're going to be running a 3-4. He can hold down the middle. We're going to have to offer him a little extra just because we're Detroit. And nobody's going to want to come here unless you overpay. I think we should have the highest bid. We did. So I really like him. I mean, we could go crazy and grab some guys, but I don't think it's really worth it. Same thing with corner. We got a bunch of young guys, 26, and then Akuda was their first-round pick a couple years ago. They're both here for 4 years. We do need to look at, do we take someone like Kyle Hamilton in the draft, or do we go after this guy? I think we throw down money on Marcus Williams, and he's 25 years old, and secure that safety spot and lock it down for 5 years. I think that's a good idea. That way we can focus on getting some offensive weapons and some pass rushing. It's going to be hard to get a good safety later on. So I think we overpay a little bit. We still have 34 million left. So I'm not really worried about anything else. Yes, our safeties are horrible, but we can move Will Harris over. He's young. He can go play at strong safety or vice versa. unless maybe Kareem. Man, I don't know. Ronnie Harrison Jr. He wants 24 million. I don't want to go crazy. Like I said, I want to try to build to the draft and make it challenging. He was actually on our team, so maybe I re-sign him for now, just because he was on the team. I thought I re-signed him, but apparently I'm crazy and he turned it down. So let's just grab him. He's 27 years old. He's a 74. Let's just get him back on the team. We should be able to get him for cheap, 1.6 million. So let's move on to the next week, and let's see if we get any of these guys. So I already want to do that first round, and then we'll move on to the draft and see what we can get. But so, like I said, we're going to try to get a quarterback. I'm not sure really what we're going to do or really who we're going to go after. I haven't looked at the draft class yet. Well, I've looked at the draft class, but I haven't really looked who I was going to get or not. We got rejected by the right guard that we really needed, and we got rejected by the safety we really needed. I wasn't going to jump back in, but I got to see if there's a lineman still available. Maybe that other guard still hanging out there that we didn't offer, and he's not. Oh, man. So that's going to be really tough with him being a 62. We have to get someone. I think we go Kyle Long. I like Kyle Long a lot. And, Will Hernandez is only 26. For some reason, I thought he was so much older. Let's try to give him a 2-year deal maybe. He's not very good, but if we can get a 2-year deal, young guy, I think that's a good offer. We're going to be last, so let's offer. No one's offered him, so I think if we just give Long a 1-year deal, we should be able to get him. And like I said, that safety turned us down, so we might have to look into someone else because we have a 70th there. We did get Walker to sign, so oh man, it's gonna be hard in the draft now because I really wasn't wanting to take a safety early on. Diggs would be pretty good, but he wants 26 million. I'm not looking to a 29-year-old. I don't really want to give a 29-year-old that much money or that much time. I think we're going to have to run with the guy we have for now. Unless we offer, I guess we could offer McCourty. That's big time. I mean, he's going to be a 1-year flyer to help us back there. Maybe we can get him $8 million for a year. I think we offer him a little bit. Like I said, we have tons of money right now because of dropping Jared Goff. So we pick a guy up like that. He's going to be great for the locker room, great for these young guys. He knows how to win championships, obviously. So I think we move on, and we'll see if we get any of these guys, and we'll move on from here. If not, and we'll get to the draft because that's where it really matters. We need to get us a quarterback. And we have 3 first-round picks, so if we have to, we can package some. Hernandez rejected instead of McCourty. That is just not good. Man, okay. Well, let's just go ahead and go to the draft. And I know we're missing out, but I don't want to go too crazy in free agency anyways. I was just trying to get some guys that maybe fill in. But if we have to get a couple guys later in the round and take chances on some linemen or a safety or something, then we can do that. Or if we can package 2 of our first-round picks and move back up and get a guy like Kyle Hamilton, maybe we'll get lucky and he'll fall a little bit. I'm not even sure.
The Eagles now.
Okay, so we do not have the first pick. We have the second pick. So let's go. I don't see us anywhere on there. So let's try to make a trade real quick while we're sitting here. Because I did trade for the Jets, but obviously it's not a top 5. It's it doesn't tell me. So let's go ahead and let's skip this pick here. Let's see who they take. They took Thibodeau. Okay. So we need to make a trade. We need to get back up here before we finalize what we're going to do with this pick. Like I said, I have 2 first-round picks, 2 more, 21 and 27. So those aren't great, to be honest. There we go. So we got rid of 2 firsts this year, but we get to move up to the number 3 pick. And we'll have a 4th this year and a 5th this year, but we did have to give up a 3rd for next year, which I'm fine with. I'm more worried about this draft here. I'm worried about getting a quarterback and some weapons maybe. And obviously we have the 2nd pick here and the 3rd. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see what kind of quarterback we can get. And I don't want to go with Sam Howell. I want to go with a guy that I haven't seen anybody use. Hometown guy. This is about 10 minutes from my house. Desmond Ridder would be really fun. And this kid right here, who's going to be really good. It's tough. So we really do need Kyle Hamilton pretty badly. So I think he has to be one of these picks, but the other one has to be a quarterback because I don't think either of these are going to last. And you can see where I did some scouting, and he's a third or fourth round, and he's a first and second round guy. And I know the choice should be him, and he's going to be better, obviously, but I want to use someone that I haven't seen get used, and yeah, he's really good. He's A all over the place. But I'm going to take this kid from USC, even though he's not going to be as good as Howe. I know that. But I think he's going to be really good. So we have the very next pick, so we don't have to worry about it. Let's just go ahead and pull the trigger on him. If you look at his stats, he's pretty comparable to Howe. Obviously, he's not as good, but I'm going to pull the trigger on him. I think it's just fun. It'll be something different than seeing somebody draft the same person over and over. He's got 80 speed, so it's a pocket passer. It's pretty good. So we have the very next pick, obviously. So let's jump in and look at this. I'm thinking, I mean, it's either we take Stingley and have some more help at corner, and we just hope and pray that our free safety isn't horrible, or we take Kyle Hamilton and we make Kyle Hamilton our strong, or was it free? Either way, it doesn't matter. Both of them are frees a C, so this is perfect. And our corners are C pluses. They're not great, but I do have a couple young guys. Man, I know we need Kyle Hamilton, but I'm thinking about Stingley because I have a feeling that this kid is going to be just so good. I'm going to do something crazy. I know we need a safety. I think we can pick up a free agent. I'm going to go with Stingley. I really think that he's going to be special. I really do, and I hope I'm not wrong. We don't really need a corner.
The Texans are
but
on the clock.
That kid is incredible. I had to do it. Okay, maybe not the right guy. Maybe I can move one of the corners to safety. But let's go ahead and skip ahead in the draft, and hopefully we can get some offensive weapons coming up. As in, we need to get a receiver, maybe a tight end. We do need another guard. But let's go ahead and skip to our next pick, which should be the second one. Okay. And let's see. Maybe there's some receivers there. I'm not seeing any yet right off the bat, off the top. So, there's some good ones. So everybody knows about Mechie and how great he was with Alabama. But I would love to get Drake London because he played with our quarterback in college. And I think that would be a really awesome thing an awesome storyline to go with, but he's just not as good as Mechie. So I think we take Mechie, and we gotta hope that London somehow makes it to the third round. Mechie's not even the best option here. Obviously, there's a couple linemen. I'm just scared to take these guys because they're all so negative. I think we go with Mechie. He's gonna be a fast guy. He's probably the fastest guy in the he ran a 4.35. It's incredible. So I think we take him and hope we can get London. We'll go back to back. Normal depth trait. That's fine. We'll put him in a slot. We'll get him to work. Skip ahead to our next pick. And hopefully we can go grab another offensive weapon. Hopefully nobody took London. That'd be a cool story to watch. And he's gone because if Ross is there, then he's gone. So that's tough. But, that's a cool pick right there. I actually coached against him when he played in high school. He was Mr. Kentucky. So, but outside of that, we might want to look at a tight end here. Isaiah Likely would be really cool. That'd be awesome. So, I know you guys didn't get to see it, but the general manager actually asked me to look at him as a potential draft pick. And with where we are in the draft, honestly, third round guy, I think we could go with him. But Ross is sitting there. I think having a double tight end set would kind of be nice. I'm just worried that I think he's big enough. He can pass block a little bit. He's 6'4". Do we take Likely or do we go get Ross? Oh, man, our receivers are terrible. I think we have to go receiver here, even though I want him. We have to take a shot at him. He's got a D release, and he's slow. Spec catches an A. Man, I honestly think it's a toss-up. You could go either way with these guys. We're going to go with the tight end. I just feel like We need one more. Our backup tight end's like a 64.
Now, it's the
Oh,
Giants.
hidden development. Wow. Okay. I'm so glad we made that decision. This man has 89 speed at tight end. Wow. Okay. That is a great pick for the third round. I did not see that one coming. I'm glad I changed my mind. Let's go the fourth round. Let's keep adding. Let's try to keep adding on our offense here. There's a guard. We do need a guard really bad. We got a corner already. The safety here. I think we have to just go with the guard and hope he pans out at this point, this late in the draft. It's, just hope and pray, I guess. So let's take this guard here. He's a fourth round projection. Let's take him. He's got A, impact block. Okay, D, run block, which is horrible. But if we pull him and get him around the edge, it's not very good. But if we pull him and get him around the edge, get his body moving, I think we'll be okay. So let's keep moving, skip ahead. I think we have 2 fifths
on the clock now.
So let's see if we can get here in the 5th. We probably need a backup corner, to be honest, or a backup running back, to be honest. And we do need a backup quarterback too, because we have David Blau. He's like a 54 or something. Let's look at a backup running back. There's a couple pretty cool ones here. I think we can wait. There's nobody here that I'm like in love with. So we do not have a fullback on the roster. We can look at some more receivers here. Maybe grab Rambo later on. There's nobody here I'm in love with. So let's look at the defensive side before we miss out on anybody. Day 3, all these guys are horrible. So we pretty much have hit the end of possible talent. So we're going to have to just start grabbing best available on the board, obviously. So we either go corner again, or we try to get another lineman and hope he can pan out and help us out. I think we go, that dude's plus 100 spots. So I think we go with the left tackle, and hopefully he could fit in somewhere later down the road. He doesn't look very good either, but we have to fill voids. So we might come in with a backup quarterback, a backup running back here. Excuse me. We have another 5th here. And I thought we had another 5th. We already used them both. We don't have a 6th.
All right, on the clock now, the Lions.
Oh, okay. I thought I accidentally skipped over our picks. I had to just make sure real quick. So this is our last pick, I believe. Yep, this is our last pick. So I like Rambo a lot. Just grab Rambo. He's the best available right now. We take him. This will be our third target. So he's got 90 speed, 91 acceleration. So I think we're going to be okay with that. I mean, he's our 7th round pick. Does it really matter? So let's go ahead, skip to the next user pick. Obviously, that's none. We'll take a quick look at the draft recap here. Let's take a pick at what we got, see if we got lucky. Obviously, he ended up being an 84. Stigley ended up being an 83. I'm sorry, 74. 83 overall. What a great pickup. We got lucky there. And we all saw that Likely ended up being a hidden development. He's going to be amazing. So, kind of catching. Does he have any catching? Let's find out. 85 catching. Shoot, we got Mechie, who's got speed. We got Likely. The lineman's horrible. The other lineman's even worse. Our free safety ended up being good. He's better than the guy we had, so that's a clutch pick down there in the 5th round. So, and then we went to the 7th, ended up getting a 67, which honestly isn't bad. So let's see how far off we were. 83. He's got to be one of the best players in the draft, if not the best player in the draft. 84. So we go here. He's the 2nd best player. We got him at number 3, so that's fine. Kyle Hamilton ended up being 81, so we couldn't have gone wrong either way, to be honest. So let's go in order here. Of course, we have these 2 picks. Obviously, I'm not even mad about that he's only 2 points higher. I think it'll be more fun. Nobody even knows who this kid is, probably. So we'll see how he can go. I want to see where that receiver went that I really wanted, Drake London. And maybe we can make something happen down the road to get him from somebody because he went to the Bills. So maybe they'll do something for us. He ended up being a 73. Wow, he ended up being an 80. So if we can somehow make this happen to get him on a team, I think that'd be a pretty cool storyline with those two playing together. But I'll leave it there. In the next episode, we will start our first game. I'll have everything set up. I'll show you the depth chart and show you what we're going with. It's going to be a struggle. So if you're in that kind of thing, watching the rebuilds, if you want to watch me struggle and rage out a little bit, it's going to happen. So we're going to keep working on it. There'll be videos every day. So keep watching, and I will see you in